Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another Smite commentary. And today is the god what I was talking about. I wanted to play again and I hadn't played in a very long time. It is Freya. Freya is definitely a god I like a lot. And I'm not sure why I haven't played her in a long time. Because the only real play, she can't really be played anymore that much in the current meta with the the golden bow and the throwing dagger. Is in Conquest, because clear is the most important part about Conquest in the early game, of course. But it doesn't really matter in other game modes. Clash is probably the most important one, or Siege, but I don't really feel like it is that important. So, I actually have no idea why I have this skin. I think I got it from a chest or something like that, because I haven't... I'm definitely sure I wouldn't buy this, because I have the Pixel Buster Freya, and I like the Pixel Buster Freya a bit better. But I felt like I did want to try this one out just for this time. I guess, why not? So, we have a pretty decent team. We have a Ratatoska, which is always a good one. Good amount of CCs and damage. Some would call him OP. Yeah, he's probably a bit OP. But I feel like he is counterable, because he relies on his move ability a lot. But the thing that he can get so much power in such an early stage of the game is probably the best thing about him. If you can get boots at just, well, even before the 1 minute mark, that is 50 power, that's just a lot. And the passive heal, of course. Although I do think they... I'm not sure, did they reduce it? I think it's still 50 power, but... yeah, well. Anyway, still pretty strong. We have a Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna, very good support with his mess, mostly, and a good setup god with his ultimate. We have a Chuck. It's not bad. Chuck has healing, has slows, he has a big AoE silence, which will be very important against what we are against. We have, of course, the Anubis, we have the Nox. If you can silence one of the enemy gods, that will be very important. Rama can't dash, Nox can't dash and use any abilities, Gap can't use his Gap shield, a lot of things that you can prevent with it. I won't be playing too aggressive at this point. If you know how I play Freya, it's usually more of a kind of taking it easy until I have my Hastenet Fatalis, because that's when he comes online. Ooh, that's unfortunate. If that Ram hit his final shot on the enemy Ram, he would have had first blood. Bit unfortunate he didn't, but you gotta give it to him. Nice try. I mean, he was sprint. He had sprint on him, so that was very difficult to hit. If he would have confirmed that, that would have been nice. So, yeah, we have a ROM as well. So it should kind of counter their ROM. What I feel like is if you have a mirrored match, it's kind of which of the two plays better. And depending on how well... Ooh, that's an unfortunate one. Well, I wanted to be safe, because... if I didn't use my beats, the follow-up would have had enough time to use, for instance, a Mummify or a 2-1 combo from Nox, and that's just way too much damage I can deal with as Freya. So I needed to beat it. He also just hit me, so it's a kind of obvious target to go for me alone at that moment. So I didn't really feel too comfortable not using it. But I do need to be a bit careful now, because if I get... in an awkward position with, for instance, the Nox silence root combination, I can't get out. I only have my ultimate now, so you need to be a bit careful. And also, well, Anubis ultimate. They are going to change Anubis, which I think is really interesting. Giving him a little bit of love. I don't feel like it will make the hugest amount of difference, because it's not as damage they increase. They reduce the stun they reduce the stun cooldown, which is not bad, and they made his ultimate a little bit wider, I think, or the radius of it. I'm not entirely sure how I need to imagine it, but I feel like it's just a little bit wider, a little bit more in width, that it is easier to confirm the hit on it. But we'll have to see. So, hasten at the line. Time to go for the two trinkets, or the Telkine trinket. Is it the trinket? No, it's the Telkine's ring. Telkine's ring into the demonic grip. That's an insane amount of attack speed, and with that actually just with the Talkines I will have enough attack speed to make my abilities, my 2-1, very effective. So that will be an important one. I like to get attack speed a lot on Freya. Afterwards I'll usually go for a lifesteal item as for a, what's this called? Pit Golem's Piece. Because it provides a lot of lifesteal on basic attacks. Lifesteal in general provides a lot more on basic attacks than on abilities as mages. Because there is, I think, a reduction. I think you'll only heal 33% of your lifesteal when you use something as an AoE attack. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Probably should have ulted immediately. Being rooted by the Nox definitely put me in an awkward spot because of the fact that, well, Anubis can just follow up with his Mummify. If I just ulted immediately, I would have been fine, I think. So a bit of a misplay on my part. I didn't play him in a long time though, so kind of got it handed to that. There's not an awful lot I can do for the red. I tried to deal with the gap, but he got sniped by the Ram. Nice snipe. His final snipe hit him, so that would have been a guaranteed kill anyway. Ooh, decent amount of damage. Hasten it. Okay. What? What? Okay. I wanted to go home ultimate. I think I got silenced, but it looked like I was going into... Nobody saw that lazy back. Nobody saw that Thanatos. That was so lucky that it didn't have any abilities. That was really odd. Well, I'm not going to complain because we still have my ultimate up, but that was weird. As you can see, the hastened is also very good against the Nox. As you saw there, I was able to wiggle my way out of the 2 before she is even able to fire her 1. So that made sure that it wasn't silenced while being rooted. Which is important. I mean, if I'm not silenced, I can just use my ultimate and get out if I do it at the wrong moment. Like I didn't do last time. Should be fine. They do have a good amount of burst. I mean, they have an Anubis, they have a Nox, they have an Thanatos. They even have a Ram. Ram is more late game burst, but still. If I get wrapped by Anubis, I will get an insane amount of damage on me. If I get comboed by the Nox, I will get an insane amount of damage on me. Actually, this time I am in time with my ultimate. CC Miniature just barely came out in time. There's a lot of damage. Looks like I might be able to pick up... Ooh, nice. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. I didn't have any abilities left to do anything. I didn't expect the Thanatos. I didn't see him go into the air, so that's a bit unfortunate. Well, Freya isn't the best early game, of course, but that was just a bit of a misplay on my part. I should have been a little bit more careful. Like I said, if you can't burst someone down, then you need to be very well positioned. If you can't, well, if you can't kill someone instantly, because like you saw there, I was kind of collapsed on, and there's not an awful lot my team can do, or what I can do, if my ultimate is down, as well as my relics. But that's fine. We're behind a little bit. Shouldn't be too major. Like I said, I'm a bit rusty with Freya. Should be fine if I play a little bit more. Give me a couple of minutes and it should be a lot better. But I have Talkines now, so that's an insane amount of additional damage. Every single basic does additional damage, as well as I have additional attack speed, 1.76, so that's a very good amount. With the demonic grip, I'll also have some defense reduction, and they changed it recently to, I think it was 10, well, just 3 ranks now, 3 stacks now, so you'll have the penetration online a little bit quicker on someone, so it is kind of viable again. It is not as good as it used to be, of course, but I feel like it's still a pretty good item, especially with the attack speed. And as you can see, already a good amount of damage. I'll just walk around. I don't really want to run into the gap, not giving him the good opportunity to go for that ultimate. Pick up this buff quickly before I head towards my team to try and help. Ooh, nice Chuck ultimate, actually hitting 3 of them. Nice snipe by the Ram as well. That will confirm a kill, and another kill by the Ratatosker, very nice. Insane amount of damage on the gap, and as you can see, this is the moment where Freya is at the strongest. Well, not the strongest, but where she's already very powerful. 3 items into the build. Hastened Fatalis, Pen Boots, and an additional attack speed item like, well, Talkines for instance. Ooh, nice Sanctuary. Well played by the Ram. Can we just kill him? I'll try to. Okay. Rama probably should have tried to stay behind someone. He was a bit in the open. I couldn't body block the... Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Rest in pieces. Okay. I tried to body block, but the Thanatos is so quick that even with my Hasten it Vitalis proc, I couldn't really stick in front of him. So I was able to walk around, get to the ROM. Not sure why this ROM is going to fight. I do miss a couple of my shots, but I'm not going to miss all of them. He has Hasten it Vitalis too though, so that's something to take into consideration. But I'll get this buff again. I feel like since Rama has his steroid, and since I'm doing pretty decent, I feel like I can take it now. And as you can see with it, I have 2.18 attack speed. That's a lot. Let's go for the gap. Bye gap. Next one, Nox. Good amount of damage on Nox. Can go in ultimate. Let's just go in ultimate. 1, 2, 3. And that is enough. Can I go for another one? Decent amount of damage, decent amount of damage. And he retreats. Never mind. Should be fine. Like I said, with this build, sometimes I switch it around a bit. Instead of the demonic grip now, I'll go for the I forgot the name already. The Beatgum's Peace, because you will have a lot of lifesteal. But I feel like I'm either getting bursted instantly, or I'm going to survive and deal a lot of damage. And they have a little bit of protections. I think the gap has a good amount. So to deal with him as well, I'll go for these reductions. And as you can see, decent amount of damage on the gap. Slowing him for a very long time. Nice gap ultimate actually. Can't really follow up. I can, however, go for this one. Ooh, that was not a smart idea. I regret the decision. Why? Why do I need to try and fight an Anubis? Anubis has Book of Thoth as well as Beatgum's Peace. And with his passive, he does get a lot of lifesteal. And it guaranteed his 3 as well as his 1 to hit. Probably should have just stayed out of range and wait for my 2 to come back up to engage against a Anubis. Especially as Freya. Staying at a bit mid-range to the Anubis is a lot better. Or just at max range. But mid-range is a lot easier to confirm your damage. He only has, of course, his Mummify with his 3 and his ultimate at longer ranges. So if you can avoid his Mummify with the Hasten Vitalis proc, you should be fine. But be wary though, because if you activate your 2, it's kind of obvious you're going to attack him. And the first portion of your attack, where you haven't hit anyone yet, you don't have the Hasten Vitalis proc just yet. So if he stuns you immediately at that moment, he can still burst you down instantly. I feel like we're probably going to see a lot more Freyas though, and in that regard I mean in Conquest. I'm not really playing Conquest, but just kind of it kind of would make sense in my opinion, because with the clear being nerfed on all the hunters, with the golden bow being removed, I feel like Freya will be a lot more potent, and this will also allow... Ooh, Thanatos in the air. Is he going to get the Rama again? Ooh, nice Sanctuary. This time we can save him. He's not able to get around to him, but Rama was also quite healthy, had enough mana. I might be able to do some good amount of damage. Decent damage, decent damage. Can I activate my 1? Doesn't have any abilities. Nice. I was wondering if Anubis had any abilities left. That would be a big problem. Bit of overkill, actually. Not the best moment to go into my ultimate. My bad. But I thought she would. She still had her escape, so I kind of want to make sure that I was able to follow her. And I didn't think 1 ultimate shot would be enough. But okay, fine. And now to finish it off, I go for a Rod. There are a lot of options. You can also go for a Soul Reaver if you really want to burst someone quickly. But I feel like Rod is a little bit better on her because she relies on her basic attacks. And a lot of power on the basics with her 2 and a 1 is just insane amount of additional damage. And with that, I feel like it's a lot better. It's a lot more power with it. You can also go for something else like with Thoth or something like that. But I feel like Rod's Suit is probably your best bet. Even better than... Ooh, that was not a good idea. Luckily enough, I'm not too slow on the trigger finger now. So I'm able to use my beats and my Sanctuary. Those will be down now, so I do need to be a little bit careful. But I still want to help my teammates do the damage. As you can see, decent amount of damage. A lot of damage. Nice Nox ultimate hitting all of us. Kind of turning them from... Ooh, can I get out? Ooh, okay. Thanatos is probably going for me. As you can see on the map, he's following me. So I'm waiting for the right... Nice. My plan works. Oh, sweet. It feels so good when you wait for that perfect... Nice. Just before he gets the shockwave off. If I didn't hit my banish there, I probably would have died to Gap as well. But nice. So Thanatos came after me, and I knew that if you turn around at the opportune moment, at the exact right moment, and run in a straight line, if they're not paying attention, you can avoid them. Of course, it's not going to work against every Thanatos. Some can also just have a kind of flick shot where they just immediately adjust their aim and just kill you, but this time it worked. I'm taking that. I'm not going to complain about that one. It feels great. It feels great to kind of deter that way, because of course I didn't have anything up. Ultimate down, Sanctuary down, Fury down. Fury wouldn't have helped anyway, but yeah, you get the point. So, we're doing pretty decent now. I muted a couple of my teammates who were a bit of a, I don't know, bad influence, negativity. Sometimes it's better to just mute them and just play your thing. I know that if I do my thing, I should be fine. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, nice Sanctuary. Ah, I was too early. If I waited just a little bit longer, I might have hit 2 hits with my ultimate and it would have been enough. But nice Sanctuary by the Anubis. Guarantees his escape. Well played. So, I have enough. Roll 2T. Let's see how much damage I can do now. I'm really curious. I think that if I get a squishy, that I can kill him in about 2, 3... I think 3 shots will be enough with my 2 and 1 activated. But we'll have to see. And squishy, I'm talking about Anubis, Thanatos, Nox, Rama. Those 4. Not Gap. Gap needs a little bit more, but I still feel like I can kill Gap in 1 rotation of my 2 and my 1. If I can hit every single of my basics. Let's see, can we deal some damage? I need to aim properly if I want to deal the damage. I don't know, that one really felt awkward. It felt like I was aiming the right way, but it didn't really go where I wanted it to go. Yeah, it was an odd one. I can also just say I suck, and it would be pretty accurate as well. And honest. That's probably the best bet. Let's see, is there a buff up? Nope. Ooh, red's going up. I want this one. I don't really need the attack speed. As you can see, 2.13 with my build. That's a lot. And with the power, with the Rod of Tahuti. 544 magical power. I waited way too long. Okay, well, Thanatos is going for me again. Actually, the ward provides the vision. Going into the air once more at the exact moment. Nice. On point with that timing at least. My beats and Sanctuary, or my Purification and Sanctuary were way off time. I had like 500 health. I kind of was thinking maybe he doesn't have enough damage. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's Anubis late game. His stun lasts way too long. He can just kill you with his 3-1 combo or just his ultimate. No, it was not the best option. Next time, immediately beats and Sanctuary. I wasn't paying attention. No. Why? He has Jam? Oh, rip me, dude. He has Jam of Isolation. I hate that item. I don't get me wrong, it worked out this time, but I feel like Jam on a Anubis, I don't think that's a really good pickup. Might be me. I do need to look for a good target. Ooh, Thanatos in the air. He's not able... Oh no, Anubis! Can I wiggle my way out of this one? No. Decent amount of damage though. Almost finished him off, but nobody nearby. Chuck 2 occupied with the others, of course. And I didn't have enough damage. Took way too much damage from him. Okay, so the kills aren't really working out. We were 90 to 4. They still have 4. That's not a good one. Maybe we can do it with minions actually. They have 3 points now, so if we finish this big one off, they have 2 left. 2 more minion waves should do it. Let's just go for that. Going for the kills is way too much of a risk at this point because we failed the last engagement as well. Only 1 left to go. The minion wave is actually coming from the right side. As you can see on the map, the ours is coming from the left. So I'll just go into my ultimate. What are they going to do? There's literally nothing they can do. They can't heal the minion. They can't do anything to stop me. sometimes you gotta win with that kind of things. I know it's kind of cheap, but I felt like I'm not going for a player kill. It's too much effort. If they play it well, they can still win. Like, well, with 1 point, but you get me. Nice damage. Actually got most damage on my team. Rama did a lot of damage as well, so well played on his part. And the enemy Anubis played very well with his damage. And kind of makes sense. He's saying, GG, WP on the focus. And it kind of makes sense. He didn't really say it's sarcastic, so he really meant it. Because I talked afterwards with him. But because he did do most of the damage. And if you let an Anubis do his stuff, ooh, that's disgusting. You really want to focus down on Anubis, stun him, kill him. Try to not get killed by him. Because if you... Sometimes you'll see a lot of close range characters. Like for instance, if we have the Chuck, Kumakana and Ratatoskr all on him. And they don't burst him down. Then he'll just lifesteal a lot. Because of the fact that he has Pitco on Speed and is passive. So you really need to either burst him, CC him into the ground, or be very careful around him. Because as you saw a couple of times, he does do a lot of damage. He bursted me almost instantly. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this Freya game. I haven't played Freya in a long time. I'm glad I played her. She's a lot of fun. She's very powerful, as you noticed. A bit of a rough start, but like I said, Freya's more of a late game character. You can see how much damage she does. It's insane. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.